And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Atlanta Braves. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about to get underway. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings, Reynaldo Lopez. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Trey Turner, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
First pitch, 7:16.
Let's go, Braves.
Ground ball up the middle. Albies over to first. Turner is out. And time now for the Phillies lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Bryson Stott, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Lopez, an all-star a season ago. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. And a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
One down, base is empty. Got him looking. And there's two down.
Well, he froze him with the changeup right there, and I think he was so geared up for fastball. Once he recognized that it was off speed, he just wasn't able to make an adjustment. So a really good strikeout, and pitcher just won the battle.
Bryce Harper to the plate. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Harper with a homer in his last game. Two outs, base is empty. On the ground. And that squirts through.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive, and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
So two down. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win.
Boog, here's a guy at the plate I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
Two outs. Off
That's
the
a
mark
ball.
there. And that's ball 1.
1-1.
Fastball for a strike. Lopez fires. Stays alive. Swing and a ground ball, and it's through for a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Couple of singles back to back. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
First and second, 2 outs. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. 3 for 9 of the series coming in. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Two aboard, 2 outs. Ground ball, Austin Riley. And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. Phillies leave a couple. And now the Braves, with their first chance to hit, were scoreless. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. Our starter in this one, Christopher Sanchez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub 350 ERA. And, you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub 2s, they're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
And strike 2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Sanchez, he's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and you know he's got the command, be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
So a man at first. Marcell Ozuna next up for the Braves. And that misses. 1-0. Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways because I think that pitchers at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. Fouled off. He was late. Albies stands at first with 1 out. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Kicks and fires. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Here's Austin Riley. Hitless in the series so far. He's 0 for 7. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Braves strand 1. We played an inning. No score. Back here in Atlanta, 2nd inning set to go. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Lopez back to work. Pitch is in there. 0-1.
0-1.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one is gone. Nick Castellanos goes deep. And they jump ahead in the 2nd. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. So impressive how he was able to go down and get this fastball, but yet get it up in the air, hit it far enough to get out of this ballpark.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
So you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
But he's got ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
The 0-2. And he grounds one to the right side. Albies gets it to first. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. JT Realmuto steps in. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
On the corner for a strike, and now it's even 1-1. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
The 2-1. And that drops in for a strike. One out, bases empty. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One down, bases empty. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
2 outs, bases empty. Max Kepler stands in for the Phillies. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And there's a ball.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Two down, nobody on. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1. In there at the knees for a strike.
Count's full.
Trey Turner next to bat for Philadelphia. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the second. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two outs. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. Reaching down and makes the grab. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get on base, and to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Pitch misses there. Going to count 1-2.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
That one way outside, and the count is 2-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
No balls, 2
Good late
strikes.
sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone,
1
hard
ball,
to get the barrel to
2
it.
strikes.
Next one in the dirt. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Michael Harris the second, the next to hit. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Swings through it for the K. And he strikes out the side here in the second.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. The pitch. And that misses. And it's 1-0. Turner hitting leadoff in today's game. And he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. Lopez winds and deals. Tap foul at the plate. Next offering is in for a strike. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
That one misses, and it's 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Three-two. Fly ball pretty well struck right field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
This is Bryson Stott. Struck out looking his first time. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And that one is inside ball 1. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Back up the middle and a base hit. Turner headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
So Harper stands in. 1 for 1 with a single so far. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. And that's fouled off. 1 on, nobody out. A run in here in the 3rd and final game of the series. On the ground to the left. Fires to second for 1. On to Olsen. That's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Kyle Schwarber getting ready to hit a single his first time. Ball 1 there. And another ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
2 down, nobody on. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
And that's in there at the knees. Swing and a miss. And it's a full count.
We got a full count. 3-2.
Lopez gets the swing and the miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Atlanta Braves baseball on the Show South. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
You know, Booth, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Nick Allen stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Allen matched a homer in his last game.
Aye. 1-1.
Missed with a changeup. 2-1. And delivers outside. Inside, and that's ball 4.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on the tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have 1 more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
And that is out of play. Man at first, 1 away. Swings through that.
No balls, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt, but kept close.
Ball 2.
Squirts away a little bit. And now the count filled up 3-2. Allen, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
This guy will throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And he's already singled in this game. This one in the air, center field. Marsh pulls that one down. That is the inning. One left for Atlanta. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back at the ballpark. And in this series, it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. And that's outside. Bohm, the third overall pick in the 2018 draft out of Wichita State. On a line, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Nick
So up next, Nick Castellanos. He's already homered in this game. Out to short, Allen. Off balance beat, there's one. And that's two.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Stepping in, Brandon Marsh. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1.
The count.
Oh, great stop. Gathers and throws, and very nicely done for the out. Down quickly go the Phillies, but they hold a 2-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom four, here's Marcell Ozuna. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And 1-2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Marsh settles under this one. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting,
Austin Riley at the plate. And that one is downstairs, and that's ball one. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one missed.
2-0.
And there's a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Outside low. They're down 3-1.
Oh, they've had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
That's a walk. Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find the zone.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Matt Olson up to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. And there's a foul ball. Here's the pitch to Olson. Swings through that one for strike two.
0-2.
He goes down looking.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Here's the left fielder, Jurickson Profar. His first at-bat was a strikeout. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
0-1's the count.
Riley leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
That's out.
The other way, and that will end the inning. Braves strand 1. They trail things here 2-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Lopez back to work.
Ball
that one
outside.
misses, and that is ball 1.
Two balls, no strikes.
And a swing and a miss.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, left fielder,
Max Kepler at the plate. He's 0 for 1. There's a strike.
Well, these Phillies putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Gone! A massive home run. It's 4-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here's Trey Turner, 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame, and we're at the top of the 5th. On the ground to third, Riley. Tosses to first, and they get Turner for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
So digging in, Bryson Stott. There's a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. Next offering is fouled back. And that's downstairs.
That's down.
And it's 1-2.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Here is Bryce Harper.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Ground ball, Austin Riley. Zips it across, and that is that. But the Phils get 2 on this blast. It's now a 4-0 ball game. This is Braves baseball on the show South. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That's out to center field. Marsh makes the catch, and there's one down.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Murphy now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-2.
The Braves down by 4. Last half of inning number 5. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Allen swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
That one the other way, makes the grab, and that's the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Phillies 4 and the Braves nothing. Back here in Atlanta, start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Kyle Schwarber. Swing and a miss. Schwarber in his 10th season, 32 years old. He's knocked in 9 over his last 10 games.
Nope, that's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Murphy fires to first. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
And here is Alec Bohm. Misses
Ball, that's out.
outside. 1-0.
Yeah.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one ripped. This one could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Now batting, right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Now it's the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off on the right foot.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Ronaldo Lopez won't go any further tonight, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
New pitcher for the Braves, Pierce Johnson. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Base knock, center field. Coming home. He will score, and it's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5. So a man aboard, Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. He's grounded out a couple of times. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Castellanos at first, one gone. Just off the inside edge. Runner on the move. That one to first. Olsen takes it to the bag. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. And up to the plate is J.T. Realmuto. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Can't connect on the curveball. Struck him out. But they pick up one run on the RBI single, and the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
just
Inside
missed.
You know, these Braves definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
And that is cut on and missed. And the
One
count,
ball,
1-2.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
And that one is in the dirt. Now 2-2. Next offering misses down and away. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he's normally going to fill up the strike zone and really limit base runners, but his command in this one just seems off out there. A lot more walks than he's used to giving up.
Man at first, Ozzie Albies. Next up for the Braves. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
0-1.
There's a swing and a miss.
Good late movement on that sinker right
No
there. It's
balls,
right where
2
you want to
strikes.
get it to get that swing over the top.
1 ball.
This
2
one in the
strikes.
dirt. Runner at first with no outs here.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Makes the catch for the out.
Up next for the Braves, designated hitter, Marcel Ozuna.
And next for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. 0 for 2 in this one. Going one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get
0-1's the
one
count.
by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
And a foul ball.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he keeps putting up the K's. That's number 11.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate. And I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Acuna runs. Real Muto throws. Not in time. It's a stolen base. Out towards right center field. Castellanos moves on it. And that is that. One left for Atlanta. It's 5-0. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Max Kepler.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Dylan Lee. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1. And downstairs. Just missed. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
And now 3-1. Next offering is fouled back. Got it. One up, one down.
No, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Turner, the next to hit, takes ball 1. One down, base is empty.
Ball 2.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
We got a full count.
You got this.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And digging in for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. That
Ball
one
1.
close, ruled a ball. Ball
Counts
1.
1-0.
Turner, the base runner at first with 1 out.
Runner.
Turner runs. Pitch in for a strike. Throw,
Nobody's in there.
safe.
Safe.
Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
That misses the zone,
inside.
and a count 2-1. Right side. Olsen handles the chance. Steps on first for the out.
next for Philadelphia, first baseman Bryce Harper.
Here's Bryce Harper, 1 for 3.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Fought off foul. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way out of here. That reached the restaurant in right. Wow. A 2-run homer. His second homer of this series. It's 7-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Now a chance for Kyle Schwarber.
Yep,
and the
that ball
first
went
pitch
out.
misses for ball 1. That's through there for a strike. And that's down and away. Line drive, Riley tosses to first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Bryce Harper brings the power for Philly. It's now 7-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tanner Banks. He last pitched 2 days ago. Here's Matt Olson.
Leading off for the Braves, first baseman.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And he swings over the top there.
0-2 is the count.
That
One
misses.
ball,
Now
2 strikes.
1-2. Outside with a breaking ball. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Profar, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. The Braves with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. And it's fouled away. And
One
that
ball,
skips into
2
dirt.
strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Harper makes the grab. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Michael Harris II.
2 down, base is empty. Michael Harris II now at the plate. First pitch swinging.
0-1's the count.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. And the Braves go down quietly. Not going their way. It's 7-0. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits. And
pitching change here, Hector Neris. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season.
Now pitching for the Braves, number 50, Hector.
And that's a strike. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
no, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
To the right side, Albies handles, throws to first. 1 up, 1 down.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun. And I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze. And it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, that would have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you.
Now batting, the center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Brandon Marsh will hit next. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. The Phillies up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And 1-1. Foul ball. Into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Here's JT Realmuto. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 on, 1 out. And a swing and a miss there.
This guy's sink has so much
No ball,
drop in it.
2
It's
strikes.
almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Next pitch
Nope.
is downstairs.
Really
1
good
ball, 2
take,
strikes,
especially with
down.
2 strikes.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So first and second with 2 outs. Max Kepler digs in now. He's already homered here in this one. And that one clips the corner. Two on, 2 outs. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, this is a
0-2.
higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Murphy fires to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's Sean Murphy. Banks back to work. Pitch misses,
that's just
and
out.
that's ball 1. He was late there, strike 1.
Man, he
1-1.
was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And a
Nope,
fastball misses outside for a ball. Ball 2.
Aye.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw
He's
either.
out.
Stott over to first in time. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
The shortstop, Nick Allen.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Nick Allen. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. He swings and fouls one off. Now he breaks his bat. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a
No
certain
ball, 2
location.
strikes.
He just guessed wrong.
Pitch is
1
in the
ball,
dirt. It's
2
a ball
strikes.
and 2 strikes. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit, and that keeps the inning going.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Albies at the plate with 2 away. Swings
0-1
through
the
that
count.
one. Swings through that one out in front that time.
No balls,
He
two
has
strikes.
a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Up and in, 2-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it falls. The throw to third, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Tanner Banks gives way, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Jordan Romano gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Marcell Ozuna getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And that's
Ball, that's
outside. Ball one. And that is out of play. Two outs. Tap foul at the plate. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 2 left for Atlanta. They continue to trail 7-0. All set to start the 9th in this one. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Trey Turner. Neris measures 6 feet 2 inches, 35 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one clips the outside corner. Strike one. Hard ground ball, base knock.
All over that one right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Bryson Stott stands in. Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Jason Shreve takes over on the mound.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
First pitch
Inside,
misses. And there's the ball.
This is one of those situations defensively
2-0.
where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Going to really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Swings and misses. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that split caught a lot of the zone. Definitely a hittable pitch, but coming off the fastball the pitch before, it's kind of tough to recognize. You notice there's something different about it. He threw it with the same arm action, same release point, and he left it up. But the movement and the change of speeds, that was enough to do the job.
Harper at the plate now. That's ball one. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Just missed.
2-1.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Acuna there. And makes the grab. Out number 2. Kyle Schwarber now at the plate.
Designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
And a foul ball. Oh, 1 down. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Oh, and 2 now.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 left for Philadelphia, but they're still in control. It's 7-0. Back at Truist Park, here's the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
0-1. Ball, that's out.
Next
That's
offering
ball 2.
misses. Yeah, that's ball 2. And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And it's filled up. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Jump throw on the money. Nice play.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt Olson.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Jordan Romano out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Jose Alvarado.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Here's Matt Olson down. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Ball
That's
one
a ball.
there.
1-0.
Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
He's had a tough day at the
I got 1
plate.
ball,
3
1 strike.
strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Swings and misses. 1 and 2.
1
Just
ball,
not able
2
to catch
strikes.
up to that velocity.
Swings and misses. Now only 1 out remaining. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. The Braves down to their final strike. Two down, nobody on. Gonna count
That's
1 and 2.
outside.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
2-2 the count.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies win the last 2 to take the 3-game series.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.